Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know why it sometimes does that. The broadcast was interrupted. Sometimes it asks, do you want to continue recording? Well, duh, I didn't press stop. So anyways, I have got this piece of paper. We're starting round 2 here. I got this paper dried, and that's kind of where I left off with this. Let me tilt this down a little more because that's where I tend to work away. All right, hopefully you'll find me again. If not, this is definitely on my YouTube channel, or will be, and we can catch up there again. Okay, so here is this little piece. I'm almost tempted to kind of throw a piece of Whisper White behind it as a little bit of a frame. Come on. I normally take my paper to our local kind of like Staples idea. It's our local store, and get them to slice all my paper at 4 by 5 1/4. But of course, right now they are not taking anything from outside, so I'm kind of like, oh no, what do you mean? I have to cut all my own paper? It's a really good. They give me a really good deal. Basically $1 per cut, so it's only 4 cuts. So if you take in like 3-4 packages of paper, it's still, they have this huge machine, and so then of course it's just quick for them. It's 4 cuts and done. Hello, Rhonda. I don't know if you were on the last part 1. Oh, I see some people popping back on. That's awesome. Okay, so where we left off was I just dried this. And then I'm just making a layer of Whisper White behind it. I think it'll look, it just makes the paper framed a little nicer. It just looks a little more rich, I feel. Okay, what I was thinking about doing for this one was just placing that bee hive. I cut it out with the die in vellum, and then I was thinking about putting that bee in Whisper White. And I don't know, we can maybe stamp a saying. We could emboss. I think I want to use that melon mambo. What do you think? Or is that too much? I don't know. We could also do this. Wishing you sunshine and happiness over top of the little vellum beehive. That could be cute too. I would want to use my Stamparatus though, however, because this is bumpy paper and you want to make sure that it stamps exactly how you like it. Otherwise, if it doesn't, the Stamparatus will help you redo that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I love this saying, and I think it would be cute. Let's go with Melon Mambo. Let me dig out my Stamparatus. As you know, I don't often use it. I'm just too lazy. I don't know. I guess I'm just too much of a risk taker. I just go for it and stamp it, and if it doesn't come out right, I guess that's too bad for me. Okay. I don't, oh here, oh yes. Oh. Sheesh. There's my other magnet. It was stuck to my, my Archon stand here. Oh, we're crooked. Anyways, we're good. Sheesh, don't do that. Don't let your magnets touch because they can shatter. That's why I actually put some tape on there to help, first off, to be able to pull them off, and second, to, if it does shatter, it might keep it together. I'll just put you back on my Archon mount. Okay, let's see. Let's lay this kind of where we would like it. Let's go right there. I believe that's sort of even. Maybe I should put this down here. Let's put that that there so the paper is nice and flat. Okay, and the trick with the stamp apparatus, you put it where you want it, you close the folder, squishing this stamp down on it, and it of course is ready to roll. So now I'm going to ink this up with my Melon Mambo. I think it'll be dark enough. If not, we'll keep stamping until it is dark enough. Thanks everybody for finding me again. Sorry about that. I don't know what happens. I really don't. Okay, I'm gonna squish it down. Let's see how it looks. See, it kind of missed a little bit, just because it's bumpy, right? So it's a good thing we used our stamp apparatus. Let's ink it up again. Good old Melon Mambo. Go right over top, so it's perfectly lined up. That's the awesome part about a stamp apparatus. It's also really good for people who have a little bit of mobility issues, or if you shake, it's a way, or don't have a whole lot of strength in your hands, you don't really need a whole lot of pressure. Whereas stamp, you kind of tend to want to give it a good push. Okay, I still need some right there. For some reason that is not wanting to participate, so I'm going to put a little extra pressure there. Make sure it's inked up well, yeah. Or if you tend, like if you tend to shake, you sometimes might get a partial image. And so this is definitely a way to go back and redo. Okay, I just think it does not want to cooperate. So let's go in with my blender pen. We'll just help it a little. And I'm going to just dip it right into my Melon Mambo and try to just dot where those sayings pieces are kind of missing. Maybe I'm making a mess. Normally I would do this. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I think people get the message, wishing you sunshine and happiness. I think so. I am loving this color. It's so pretty. Okay, let's take this guy off, keeping those magnets apart. I'm going to leave that stamp there so that I can lose it, and I'll be looking for it for a week. You know, right? Yeah, it's me. Oh, this is the blank layer. I need to, I feel the need to cut this out. Anyways, we'll just go with it. We'll pretend I'm a millionaire and have lots of paper to spare. Okay, let's glue this on with liquid glue because it is bumpy. See how that worked? Even though it had the writing on the back of this paper, you'd never know on this side, would you? So I just made that thin border. Just gonna let it rest for a minute here. Of course, watercolor paper gets a little bumpy. You found me, awesome. Sorry about that. Or if you can't stamp straight, yes, I tend to do that quite often. Or when you put on your the label on your stamp and it's a little off, so you're concentrating so hard on getting that stamp exactly right, and then here the label's just a little off, which makes, of course, your stamp off. Pretty. Okay, that's gonna look nice. Love it. Okay, so now I've got this little beehive here in vellum again. So let's glue that down, but of course I'm going to want to see where I'm going to put this bee, because that's going to determine where I kind of place my, I'm going to use glue dots, I think. Well, I could just run a thing of snail. I'll run a thing of snail. Let's just go like this. You can't pencil. There, just add a little dot of a pencil and that will tell me whereabouts I need that snail tape. However, it's going to go onto the bumpy. Maybe I should be using, let's use Terran tape. Terran tape. It's clear, it's going to stick, and it's straight, and it's great. What am I at here? I'm at 10 minutes. Trying to get my videos under 45 minutes. Not working yet. I have too many ideas. Too many. I'm going to put that a little farther down here. Gotta rub. I'm going to put that little bee over top. Yeah, that'll go there. Let's just go in with some of our liquid glue. Whoa. Put some little dots here, there, and everywhere. Would have been nice to pop him up, but that would be tough. But coming in the new catalog, that will be an option. Just saying. They're bringing some things back. They're bringing out some new products that will make kind of that an easy endeavor. There we go. Wishing me sunshine and happiness. Let's put that down like so. Right there, couldn't I? That polka dotted ribbon might have went nicely there. Just a little strip. Oh, I know. I still have it. Yes, I do. Yesterday I cut out this vellum piece of the beehive, right? And so we still have our daubers out. So let's go in with, here's melon mambo. Let's go in with some melon mambo. Just kind of make, I'm going to use this as a little mask. To add on a little honeycomb. Love it! Love it. Adds a little something, doesn't it? Want it faint. I don't want it, overpowering. I think, well, we better go in with petal pink then, because this is kind of a petal pink area. Okay, test on your grid paper first. There we go. Oh, and I got some over there. That was not smart. Anyways, that's all right. Handmade at Hallmark. 1, 2, 3. Let's put on our Gold Faceted Gem, because we're doing that this week. Wherever I put them. Anyways, I will put one on later, and of course you're going to see the end result of this card, the inserts as well. Oh, look at this. So pretty. Maybe this is going to go in the inside. We'll see. I will put a gold faceted gem, which is right here. Let's go. Right there. And you know what I want to do? I am going to splatter Winka Stella. So if you haven't done this before, just, you know, just put your lid and splat. So you're flicking the brush as opposed to the lid. So just flick going on the brush. Oh, this. That is going to go well with the shimmer from that Gold Faceted Gem. There we go. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? I know you can't get the shimmer effect. Well, a little bit there. See those little shimmery dots? There you go. I love it. Okay, do we have time for one more? Not really. Here's my plan. I'll tell you my plan. Don't have a hot clue if it's going to work or not. But I want to try it. I'm going to put the re-inkers, which maybe I will not now. I'm going to use the daubers instead, just based on kind of last time's effect. I guess I could have used more water maybe, but why wreck it if it's not broken, right? Why switch things up? So I'm going to use my daubers to add Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Daffodil Delight. I kind of want the rainbow kind of feel. And I will kind of try and go in a rainbow direction. And then I'm wondering if I can stamp this onto the block, which will transfer the colored ink onto here to make it look like a little rainbow. If it doesn't work, I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to just do this all rainbow colors, stamp it as a background, and then maybe I can actually stamp or use daubers on the stamp to actually add ink, and that way I'll make a little rainbow onto my rubber stamp, and that way the ink color will be nice and bright. And so here's my watercolor paper. Here's my little basic black background. I thought, let's go black to make everything kind of pop in the rainbow. So that's my idea coming up for that. So of course, all of these items, all of these projects that we worked on today are going to be on my blog later on today. So once I get them all done, I will put them up there, and I'll of course add the card inserts as well as the envelopes, so you can have some ideas on how to do that up. As I mentioned before, the feature of the week is definitely this honeybee bundle, which I've had fun playing with. Love those fingertips. Yes, I got to get out my lemon essential oil again. If you purchase this stamp set, this bundle, I'm going to give you those Gold Faceted Gems for free as a big thank you bonus. Or if you already have this bundle, or you have other things on your list as a priority, if you place a $60 order with me, then I can give you those Gold Faceted Gems as well. Both of those items are on the retiring list, so you have to act fast because things tend to go quickly. I went to place an order for somebody yesterday, and that something was already gone, so just be aware of that. Yes, so work on that. Here is my address if you want to order online. Of course, you have to be Canadian because I'm a Canadian demonstrator, but Jen Houston, Jen with 2 N's, Houston like the city, .stampinup.net, and of course that host code there, the is for orders under $200, and that is how I'm able to give out bonuses like those Gold Faceted Gems. So I appreciate if it's under $200 that you use that host code. It's helpful for me and in turn for you. So thank you, everybody. Anything else? It's going to be a weekend. It's Friday already. I have to come up with a new feature of the week next week. I have an idea what I'm going to do, and so I know you'll want to tune in on Monday to see what it is. All right. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, head over there, theartsyfartsygallery.com, or Pinterest, same thing. All these cards and pictures go on there. The Artsy Fartsy Gallery. What else? I've got a newsletter, and that always goes out 3 times a week, and of course you'll be updated on any sales and whatnot. That's great for people who don't have Facebook, because you get to see all the videos and whatnot as I send out as a little look what we did all week. All right, I think that's all I need to say. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.